Hi, this is Christine Venus Astrology here with your daily astrology delivery. Okay, so today we have the Sun in Leo now, and we also have Mercury there in Leo in front of the Sun, and we also have Jupiter here at 8 degrees in Aries. So we've got a trine there with Mercury in Leo and Jupiter in Aries, but we also have a square with Venus in Cancer as well. But first of all, the Sun's just moved into Leo. Leo is the sign of the heart. It's creative, it's playful, it's expressive, it's courageous, it's bold, it's a leader. It's a leadership energy. It's masculine. It's a fire sign. It's fixed energy. So, with fixed energy, it can be stubborn, and it's fire, so it's fixed fire. So that's not always a good thing, I guess, when you think about it that sense. But Leo is all about us. When the Sun's in Leo, the Sun is shining a light in an area of our life, depending on where Leo's falling in our chart. But generally, the Sun in Leo will bring into our lives more vitality, more energy, more playfulness, more fun. The Sun's in its home sign of Leo, so it's in its most energetic state. So our vitality can be more high. We can have more energy to tap into, to be more creative, to be more self-expressive. But yeah, that Leo energy can also come across sometimes too overconfident and too cocky, and all about themselves and just pleasing themselves too. Because when you think about the astrology and the dynamics of energies and that, Leo is all about the heart and the self, and Aquarius, the opposite sign, is all about the people and the higher purpose. So they're two opposing energies, but energies that need to be integrated at the same time. So when we're focusing on this Sun and Leo energy, it's all about tapping into our heart and trying to express from a heart level, a soul level, because the Sun's our soul as well, of what we want, what we desire. It's a fire sign, so it is all about our desires, what we are passionate about, what we need. So it's about acting through the heart and not through the ego. That's one of the biggest lessons of Leo, is not becoming too cocky and overconfident that they start then coming from the ego and from the head, from so much outside praise or feeling like they are some kind of royalty or something that's higher than everyone else, or the top of the hierarchy or something like that. They need to come back down to earth and be grounded and make sure they're coming from their heart, and that they're really doing things from a soul level that are about, the Sun's desire for growth and creativity. And, the Sun wants growth. Everything grows under the Sun as well, because that's energy and vitality. It wants things to grow and procreate and create. So it's all about that creation and expression of the heart, of what our heart wants. So that's that Leo energy. As I said, it's very creative, so we can definitely tap into that creative energy, but it's definitely about not being and being prideful about what we love and what we're showing up for as well. And it's also an energy that can be really dramatic, and it's an energy that it's the actor, it's the show pony, that sort of energy it can be as well. But it gives us the ability to express ourselves as well. It's the performer, it's the creator, the artist. But it's also the Sun. We've got the Sun and the Moon. So the Sun is the king of the chart, and the Moon is the queen. So that Sun is that king energy, and that's where it comes into it. It's like it feels like it's royalty, and it wants the best of things only, the best, and it won't settle for anything less than what's really true to make it happy. And it's like whatever that happiness is for that Leo energy, depending again where it is in your chart and what that means for you personally. But it's definitely an energy that likes to be in the limelight and, as I said, express itself and be confident. So it gives us the ability to do that, to express our creativity and our self-expression and what we love and what we want to show up for. Okay, so with that energy today, so that's over the next month, that energy we'll be experiencing. So today with that Mercury in Leo and that Aries Jupiter there at 8 degrees and 9 degrees, so they've passed their exact trine. I've missed that, but we're still going to feel that energy today. We would have yesterday too. And then we've got the square here coming in too, building up, moving towards that. So those in it today, the energies are only a couple of degrees apart. I mean, Mercury's going to move away from that, and then it will just be that square with Cancer here and Aries. So the sorry, I just had to make sure I was recording then. I was like, did I hit record? I did, okay. So this first energy, this trine between these two, Jupiter and Mercury. So trines are really beneficial, they're optimistic, they're positive, they're Jupiter energy. So that is Jupiter, so it's Jupiter's own energy when we're talking about a trine that's coming in, that's being pulled in. It's beneficial energy. And it's about our mindset and it's about positivity. So it's about having a positive mind and being able to see positively into what we want, what we desire, and how in our mindset we can plan and get towards those things and be able to achieve that. But also it's an energy where when trines come in, especially it's a Jupiter trine, it's where we can overdo things and be over optimistic and over positive and, you know, not see the, you know, the reality. This is also an opportunity for us to drop the stories and limitations and to expand our mind as well and to see further and think further than we have and all that. But also, like I said, it can be where we can take it too far when it's like double Jupiterian energy in a sense where it's like that trine energy with Jupiter. It can be a lazy energy too where we miss opportunities with Jupiter as well, because we can see opportunities can come by, but we're just not. We can miss out if we don't put any energy or take some action, because that's what happens when we've got those positive aspects. We can miss opportunities and things can just go past us because we're just in a relaxed mode in a sense, like we're just either too optimistic, too positive, or just too blasé about it and too in receiving mode and not enough in action mode sort of thing. So it's always about balance, having balance between all the energies. So yeah, that Mercury in Leo is all about expressing ourselves and communicating from our heart and from what we love and from being courageous with our communication and speaking and confident with our thoughts and our thought processes and our plans and our planning and all of that as well. So and then with Jupiter, it's all about, in Aries too, it's all about expansion and growth and abundance of the self and of what we want, what we desire, and what we're going after, and about our identity and who we are. It's very much in an energy that's going through a process of becoming like wiser. We're individually all becoming wiser and more positive and more tuned into like the wisdom that's available to us, basically, from within ourselves as well. When we're talking about Aries energy, it's that inspirational energy, that intuitive, fiery energy that comes through. Like that's the old ancient astrology, is that the fire signs were the intuitive signs, not the water, because that fire is inspirational, it's quick, it's moving, so the energy can flow through us and come through us fast. So that trine today is really positive. It's really inspirational. It can help get us some moving. It can, because it is that fire sign energy as well, or it can at least get us on a positive mindset and have us thinking about how we can really see expansion and growth in our lives, basically. But then we have this square here building up to coming into it with Cancer and Venus. So Venus in Cancer, Venus is all about what we love, our love language, how we give and receive love. It's what we find pleasure in, what we value. And in Cancer, it's all about home and the family, and all about nurturing and self-care and looking after ourselves and looking after others, and having that safe space where we can really nurture ourselves, basically, and have a foundation and somewhere and someone or people or whatever we can rely on. But also having our own self-protection as well, because it's that crab that is able to run away and hide in its shell when things get too sensitive and too much and too emotional and too intense, because it is Cancer's the energy of us being more sensitive and emotional, and we can be like that within our relationships when that Venus is in Cancer, more tapped into how we feel and our emotions, and wanting to receive that more from others when we're talking about finding more pleasure from our feelings and emotions, and being more switched on and tuned into them within our relationships and our desires and our pleasures and what we want and what we value as well. So we're valuing having those feelings and emotions, and being able to have feelings and feel other people's feelings and emotions too, when that Venus is in Cancer. So being open with our feelings and emotions and being honest and being vulnerable is a big thing with Venus in Cancer. So the moon, I haven't even spoken about the moon today. Wow, I was just so drawn to that other energy. Okay, so the moon is also involved in this right now as we speak too. Maybe this is why. Wow. So the moon's in Gemini, and Gemini is the energy of, information and sharing and speaking and communicating and thoughts and sharing of information and all that. And that's what this is right now. So it's in that energy. It's making conjunctions with all of what we just spoke about. So it's in a sextile with that Jupiter energy. So our feelings and emotions are really able to tap into that positive energy, into that energy of wisdom and expansion and growth, and seeing how we can really tune into who we are and what we want, what we desire, and be able to get emotional fulfillment and contentment from being able to express that and express what we love and what makes us happy and feel good about it, and be able to have connections and be able to share that information and be able to, so that's also creating that sextile then with Mercury and the moon. So they're in a sextile right now too. So it's being able to communicate and express our feelings and emotions, our mind, what we're thinking and what we're communicating, what we're feeling, our internal self, our ideas, our information is all able to be communicated in ease and with pleasure, and be communicated in a good way that's easy to express and easy to absorb and easy to not rationalize, but like work through in our minds, like process. It's, the information's easy to process and easy for us to tap in and tune in right now. Wow, this is really powerful energy right now. This is amazing. This is probably why this reading's actually going so well, and I'm channeling so much good information and energy, because this is really good planetary energy right now. Wow. This is amazing. So yeah, if you have anything like really creative or expressive you need to do today, get it done. Like, this is amazing energy. And then, oh wow. So yeah, I didn't say about that square too. That square is just going to create more, because it's a square between two positive energies too when we're speaking. So this square between these two is going to create just a bit of pressure for us to, not pressure, sorry, it's not pressure. Yeah, a bit of pressure, sorry, for us to have to tap into that wisdom of what we individually need to have that safe comfort and that care and that self-care and that foundation and that those Cancerian themes of self-care and home and family and nurturing and having a strong foundation and base and looking after ourselves, so we really need to tap into that today, and that's through expressing ourselves, what we love, what makes us happy, what lights us up. Oh my gosh, okay, I didn't even see this too. And then Mars is involved too, actually, today as well. Wow, there's so much hitting today and meeting each other, like all these energies are just like, Mars is moving away from it. Mars is still at the edge of that, pushing that energy, helping us to drive and take action, but doing it from a practical approach in that Taurus energy, and making us take slow, planned action, which Mercury can help with because it's the mind as well, and planning and processing. And those two energies are in that square, so it's really making us to stop and focus a bit, and really helping us to focus our thoughts and have better structured thoughts and thought processes, and be able to communicate from a more serious level, and a more level of wisdom, and about that is, what am I trying to say? That's like, that's really practical and grounded, and like you can actually learn and do something with, basically. So yeah, wow, this is nice. So that generally just that moon in Gemini anyway is all about like, so the moon is our feelings, our emotions, our internal self. And then when it's in Gemini, that energy is about, information and connecting and speaking and communicating and sharing, and it's about our environment and our local environment and our little, local communities and stuff like that. So that Gemini energy can make us more, again, expressive of our wanting to talk and chat and communicate and socialize and connect the dots and the information and share information and learn and process information and all that sort of stuff. So, but it's also a day where our mind can be faster and wanting to like learn and take a lot more, needs more stimulation and stuff like that. So, and our emotions can be a bit more mutable, so they're a bit more, not volatile in a sense, but it's like more airy-fairy. We can be here and we can have feeling this way and I'm feeling that way, and then so that energy, that Gemini energy can be a bit airy-fairy, can be a bit all over the place sort of thing, but it's an energy that's like stimulated and intellectual and like wants to know more and learn more and share more and connect more and just get all the information it can, basically. All right, so I might leave it with that for the day because there's so much going on. I still, as I said, need to make a video. I want to do a video for YouTube, so face video with the charts. I'll hold it next weekend because I've got 4 days off, which is amazing. But yeah, it's going to be big about these two. This is going to be life-changing for all of us on some level, because this is a once-in-a-lifetime energy with these three coming together. So we've got Mars at 12 degrees, but this is in Taurus. It's getting closer. Mars is a fast-moving planet, so it's getting closer to these two, and these two are getting closer as well, and they're all going to conjunct at 18 degrees. So this is going to be super powerful at the end of the month. These two will be 18 degrees. I'm not sure if the North Node will quite get there. Let's move and have a quick look. I mean, I'm going to make a separate video on this. I know this is long now, but this is just so important. Like, as I said, this is going to be life-changing for everyone on some degree. Like, it's really crazy. We want to go days. So it's like 31st of July or like 1st of August, depending where you are in the world. But yeah, they are, exactly, they're all 18 degrees, that's right. Fuck, that's crazy. So once in a lifetime energy, these three coming together in Taurus. Taurus is all about our monies, our values, our resources, our skills, abilities, our self-worth, our confidence. It's our, about the earth and resources and food and agriculture and finances and money and cryptocurrencies and all these things with Uranus there, and with the North Node there. It's all about our destiny and our future and things changing and unexpected things and things being evolved and rebellion and freedom and liberation, and it's all about obsession as well with the North Node there, and us going after what we desire, and with Mars too, what we all want and desire, and our individual needs as well. It's like Mars is all about fighting and passion and war, and then we've got the North Node, which is all about obsession and desires and part of our evolution what we're moving towards this world. It's about our future and our destiny. And then we've got Uranus, which is all about evolving us and shaking things and stirring things up. And it's about change, and it's about the future, and it's about technological changes, and it's all about, as I said, about liberating and shaking and stirring things up on a like personal and earthly level. So it can literally mean shaking the earth, and then it can mean shaking our lives and stirring things up. So yeah, it's the Uranus is the wild card. It's the liberator, the evolution. It's the what's the word for it? I can't think right now what the term I'm trying to say, but yeah, it's really about what we think will happen will not happen. So it's a very hard to predict energy, but we can work through what it means and what it can bring. And as again, depending where it's falling in your chart. So for me, this is falling in my 8th house. So 9th house if you're looking at it from whole sign, but 8th house otherwise from Placidus point of view. So yeah, 8th house is all about other people's resources and money and finances. It's all about banks, inheritances, insurances. It's all about trauma and healing and sex and death and transformation and change, and about things that are occult, and about astrology and things that are taboo, and so your partner's money and other people's resources and finances and all those things. So that is going to be where the area of my life it's happening for me. So yeah, if you want to know where it's happening for you, either hit me up for a reading, book in a reading, or go to astro.com and pull your chart, or join my Discord and pull your chart in the chart bot in that channel. And yeah, this is once in a lifetime energy, and it's going to be life changing for all of us. So take care, and as I said, I'll do more of a video on that, and I'll go through each of the signs and where it's happening next weekend. So I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.